He was only gone for 4 days, but when he returned, it was like someone else came back in his place. 10-year-old Noah Carter vanished on his way to school in Brentwood, Washington, a safe, sleepy suburb where the worst thing that ever happened was a snow day. His parents thought he was gone forever, but on the 5th night, he showed up at the edge of town barefoot, shivering, and whispering a name no one recognized. He said it was watching him, the man with no face, and the story he told after, it was darker than anyone could have imagined. Noah Carter was the kind of kid who hated ketchup, loved dinosaurs, and couldn't sleep without his nightlight on. He lived with his mom, Danielle, a single parent who worked night shifts at the local hospital, and his older sister, Aubrey, who walked him to the bus stop every morning. But on Tuesday, November 12, 2019, Aubrey was homesick. So Noah left on his own just 3 blocks to Pinehurst Elementary. He never made it. 7:43 a.m., a neighbor sees Noah walking alone, wearing a blue backpack and red sneakers. 8:15 a.m., his teacher marks him absent. 9 a.m., Danielle gets the call. 9:27 a.m., the first missing child report is filed. By noon, a search was underway. Dogs, drones, volunteers. They combed the woods behind the school. They searched abandoned sheds, drain pipes, dumpsters. At 4:02 p.m., search dogs picked up a scent trail leading into Hollow Creek Forest, a dense stretch of pine and ash trees just east of town. But it ended at a stream bed, as if Noah had just vanished. Police interviewed everyone: the bus driver, the janitor, a local man with prior charges. All cleared. But then came the first strange detail. Noah's smartwatch, which had GPS tracking, pinged once 6 hours after his disappearance not near the forest, but 14 miles north, in a closed-down campground called Widow's Pines. When investigators reached the site, they found nothing, just a rotting swing set and graffiti. The signal never pinged again. Back home, Danielle stopped sleeping. She gave police Noah's drawings, hoping for clues. In one, a tall figure stood over a child. Its face was blank except for a mouth full of teeth. She assumed it was just a monster from TV. But when police showed the image to a criminal psychologist, he said it resembled a known sleep paralysis hallucination reported by children under extreme trauma. Still, there was no proof. And then came the twist. On Friday night, for days after Noah vanished, a couple driving down Route 17, just outside Brentwood, stopped suddenly. A child stood in the road pale, barefoot, and silent. It was Noah. Paramedics said he was physically fine, apart from light dehydration, cuts on his feet, and signs of prolonged cold exposure. But mentally, he kept asking if it was gone, one paramedic said. He said he escaped when the trees stopped watching. Noah was taken to Brentwood Regional Medical Center for observation. That night, he spoke just 3 words: the Mirror Man. Noah described waking up underground in a dark, wooden room that smelled like dirt and rain. He said there was a mirror in the corner, but it didn't reflect right. When I looked into it, something else looked back. It moved when I didn't. He said the man in the mirror whispered to him, told him he could leave if he stopped being afraid, told him there were others before him who never left. Psychologists blamed trauma, night terrors, suggestion. But there was one problem. Noah described the inside of a place no one had told him about: the Widow's Pines campground office. The broken vending machine, the green wallpaper, the smell of mildew. He had never been there in his life. No suspect was ever arrested. No evidence was ever found. Noah never changed his story. For months after his return, he refused to sleep near mirrors. He started drawing again, but every picture showed trees with eyes. Danielle pulled him from school. They moved to Oregon. In an online true crime forum, one user, a former camper at Widow's Pines, claimed she and 2 friends saw a man in a trench coat standing behind a cabin window, but he didn't have a face. The post was later deleted. Noah Carter is now 15. He no longer talks about the Mirror Man, but sometimes when he sees a mirror in public, he flinches. No charges, no leads, just a boy who walked back into town, but left something of himself behind. Some stories don't end. They just fade into the dark. If you found this story as disturbing as we did, subscribe for more haunting cases from the unseen case where the missing return. But never the same.